na minwale kura bide meti news na na bidimika bonsu tatata na bidimika bae ba be bae abene mba no be kasae no o se onko timi de memfa mpa abontenachi na mko fi na ma me se da bi mensa amra bi na ma sa ba be na kasa maka wo so onko na mabompa ya ma ne se ja babru se apembe tutu bonkum ni fa na wo de wani wanko na behwe ntie de mpa ba na de tachi
me pato yo de em kwamente wi em se Saturday no na yete se yese enkura ni bi ewu enti ye no se de ye enti me kwamba no yare a oba fie na me ja no kwan Sunday anapa ya ne ate se enkura no be 20 kura da hospital ni pa ba ko oba ba ko form 2 so ewu e ya be gina ha se wo me yenko ne yewu ye ba no se ye ba ni nue o mo so me yenko na se enkura na mo bu hospital kwa ye nim se oba kan ho na se oba kan ho ye nim ana ya be gina so me yenwuram enti ani asama da ho
anopai na me wo so na me yiri afra me se me ba wo si school ho enti me na me fa kwara no mra sisi a ya banso so o mo ye ma e me fa kwara no e se school ye hu de school no ye ara se government be twam a wo twam enkwala no wo na ewuo enti ye mpene ne sa yo mfa ye ba ma ye.
We can now go to Kumasi and hear from Ultimate FM's Isaac Bediakon, who is in the home of one of the deceased students. Hello, Isaac.
Hello, Abena.
What can you report?
Well, Abena, currently, Adrian Kwanta is a community within Krofrom here in Kumasi Metropolis. And the information I am picking from this family house is that one of the deceased from Kumaka Senior High School, that is where she lived. Her name is given as Clementina Kunedu. She is 16 years old, second year science student of the school. According to the family, they visited the disease on Sunday in school. She did not complain of any ailments, and whilst she was in the school, they called them yesterday in the evening to tell them that the young girl has been admitted to Tech Hospital. And so they rushed there. When they went, her situation was not in good, so they returned back home only to be called this dawn to be informed that the young girl has passed away. And so when I came here, the family, they were all wailing, and as you can see from the background, they are here very disturbed. Now I will engage the mother who went to the school. And let's hear from her when she went to the school, what actually she saw in the school, and when the news came to her that her daughter has passed away. Mami,
yes.
School,
I'm visiting day, and I'm a call home.
Now, what she said, I'm a friend say, Akodano was free mono. Now, it was saying,
about 3 o'clock, na call. And I'm mistress, the house mistress, no friend say, the home fan for the name Tech Hospital to me, Shiano, and the Michiano, to me could do one yale, Nehoye. Na doctor who a fair no we no say, young lab, a collab will be a deba, a debaucher no say. Yes, sir, or the drip siniso. Drip means the toss of 9, any 2 year. And one
Ubano Uwanima na say, Ubedu fiancana ye fro catcher say Ubana film.
Menim no we hospital menim kwa no we drip ni 2 ya nani dane na de ko
na one doctor for no edidi nkomo no omutime kire wo adekro potia ekumo ba no
omutima ka bibi potia ekunu no anse yale na aba that's all.
Wo batan no wo be pese wo be hu adekode potia ekumo ba no
papa cause akra no onyale Sunday me ko ho onyale nti me hu de kun na nka me pepa
ye sure say sa yade yi e sha say ba school mu ankola ewuwi enye ne enete e bai somewhere April this year and asa nema yina start ye me no ka say say nkola 13 and awu a free school mo mo awofo no anamon ben na mutu fa ho bra yare no e sha ase
Yale no shasi no. Omo frepi yes ane nkura no ebubu wo se nkom bebe fie. Na omo ka se nkan akoma nto yeyem. Nti omo frepi ti e ma ye nyina ye kuhia e ka se yale na aba nti ye me kwam ka se nkime ya kura na firi ho. No nti debi yale na aba nti no ebekọ. Bibia anya wo ene se
ye ka Clementina o ya kwala bensa
Pacho Clementina ye akure bia mia na me wo no o ye me ba onye bi o ye basa on penam for some menena unyame tent no ba menena oye minua oye madam fo Clementina ye mi bibia oye mi bibia me bia ofri metas ba menena na tiana mo kwa adwuma mu ni asaba anwumre akura nya basa na don fo ba ko pe
Abena, emotions are flying. I think we have to end the interview here.
Yes,
I understand the regional minister together with his.
Hello, Isaac. Yes, for the benefit of our viewers who do not understand the Akan language, kindly help us with a translation of what she's been saying.
Well, Abena, what she said is that last Sunday, she went to the school and, visited her daughter. Her daughter did not complain of any ailments. She returned home, and yesterday being Monday, she was called by the house mistress of the school that her daughter is not feeling well, and so they are sending her to take a hospital. So on their way going to hospital, she also called some of the family members, so they also joined them there. So she was in the hospital when the doctors told her that they have to put drips on her. And so the fourth one, actually, they didn't go. And so that was when she was told that the young girl has passed away. So she would be grateful if the doctors would be able to let her know what actually the kind of disease that killed her daughter. Then I asked her, this actually strange killing of the students started in April this year. What did the PTA do about that? Then she said the school gave them assurance that investigations were ongoing. And so as in when the investigations are over, they will let the parents know what the situation is until they started recording another deaths over the weekend. So she wants to know actually what killed her daughter. And she described her daughter as a very calm person who doesn't even have friends. She's the only friend that she has. And so when they are on vacations, midterms, she goes to work with her in the morning, return in the evening. She's a very calm girl. And so this is a great loss to her, Abena.
At the school premises, give us an understanding of the reception you got, especially by school authorities.
Well, when I went there, they even wanted to assault me and my cameraman because they believe that the media is not being fair to them. Actually, the issues are under investigation, so they don't understand why the media is digging into the depths of the students. They told us that anytime we come to the school, they tell us that the GS has directed them not to speak to any journalists, but we still keep coming to the school and finding all means to speak to some of the children. And so they are not comfortable with that. But I must say parents were very angry. When I was there, a lot of parents came there and were trying to enter the school to use all means to take their children home because they believe the school authorities are doing nothing about the situation. So tempers are really flying in the school. And right now, I just speak it.
I'd like you to hold on.
I just speak the information that...
Continue, make your point.
That the Ashanti Regional Minister, together with the members of the Ghana Health Service here in the Ashanti region, are on their way going to the school to meet the school authorities. As to whatever will transpire in the school, I cannot confirm at the moment until we get to the school.
All right, hold on and let's hear from officials of the Ghana Education Service. Reverend Jonathan Betty is PRO for the service. Reverend Betty, thank you for joining us on Newsroom. Looking at the reports emerging from Kumasi Academy since the weekend, there are calls that the school be shut. Are you considering that?
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to your cherished listeners and viewers. The management of Ghana Education Service really has heard about the situation at that particular school, Kumaka, and we've spoken with the regional director of education. As I'm talking to you, there's going to be a meeting with the highest body in that region, together with the physicians. What I mean is the doctors, to come out with whatever is pertaining in that school, that particular school. And I also would like to use this opportunity to express our condolences to the bereaved families of our students and to assure the entire public that we're working seriously to come up with whatever will be the outcome of that meeting, and whatever it is, the public will be aware. That is an unfortunate situation. We are all bearing, and we want the public and the parents also to bear with us.
Reverend, let me take you back to the development in April this year when we had an outbreak of meningitis at the school. There were issues of congestion at their dormitories. What did the Ghana's Education Service do to ensure that that problem is resolved?
Well, thank you very much. The minister is working seriously to see how best we can improve upon the infrastructure in all the schools in this country, but not that particular school alone. We're taking into consideration the needs and the desires of the headmasters, all that is sent to the headquarters as their needs. We call them needs assessment. Needs assessment has been done in all the schools. So they are taking the steps one after the other to make sure that the challenges that all the schools are facing in this country will be minimized. So including that particular school also. You talk about the disease that spread last year, this year, beginning of this year. We have heard about all that, and continuity of this epidemic also is our challenge. We will make sure that with God and stakeholders, we will come out easily.
Is that to say that the order wasn't enforced to the latter?
Say it again.
The order that the issue of congestion should be checked at the senior high schools, it wasn't enforced?
What I want to say about that is that after the meeting, the doctors will come out, stakeholders will come out with that statement, whether it's because of the congestion that you made or any other thing.
Yeah, I know we are all awaiting the results.
Now, that is the congestion that is causing whatever.
I know we are awaiting the results of the autopsy to confirm or deny whether it is meningitis caused by the congestion. But I want to find out what the Education Service did about the congestion.
The congestion, that's what I'm saying, that the Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Services working closely to make sure that infrastructure is improved, and whatever we have to do to add up to the structures over there to ease the congestion. We're working closely to it. It's also part of our paramount decision that we've taken.
Does the Education Service embark on any form of monitoring at the various senior high schools or even schools in Ghana?
I wouldn't allow you to land with this one. As I'm talking to you, it is ongoing. The whole of 2 weeks ago, the top officials of Ghana Education Service, the GS Council chairman, and many others, they were going around this country to see the needs of our schools, to bring the minister and the president of this country as to how best we can address educational issues. So it is paramount. They are going around and they are making sure that whatever be their outcome will be addressed.
Reverend Betty, thank you very much for speaking to us on Newsroom. Reverend Jonathan Betty speaks for the Ghana Education Service. Let's return to Kumasi. Isaac Bediako is standing by with father of a girl who is part of the students of Kumaka who passed on. Hello, Isaac.
Yes, of a Clement, with the Yamaya Huyako. Clementina, and then Pan, I'll be
Clementina, Yamian Casameba. Na the Casa Meca, Crana Samoa, a Bayonga. Said your mamma Cayano, a craning will be a open was and when you said it, will be away other four. Ujinanum Nanamoso. Ah, young can be Shemoa and Ne Clementina con the creation. To Nipa on Penwasam or Minma Samoa and then come on and Benny Die. And the baby, no me person made in the could grow into you be a Utima Sam Papa. I won't find a woman so in Niagara. The Cassim in Mashara dear.
Of a clever Oko PTA meeting. Now, if we say, you see school way, and I'm on more parents and uncles and I'm too far.
No question, there was time I'm a coy, no. The crown I'm raising that topic, at the man, a teacher for says, dear Cosono. Omushe momuntu hwanamo se bibi ana abeshe skumu ana yare bi ana abeshe skumu wa anamon bi a wo mu betu a ebema saa ade na ekoso skumu ho no efiri ho no omuntu anamon head teacher no je ya no siye se ombehwe on executive any education officers won behwe na anamon bi a wo so mutu fa ho no o matu afa ho
they say afofi anto ata akoda ye film yi awofo wo wahwere waade wo bepese wo behunu adekode patia ekumo obano
no kwase na no pay me ko hospital me ne doctor no ba ko kasai se ehwehwe mu bia umbeye ade afa me ba no wuo no bia no munye na adekode patia ekun abofra no mu ma me hu ba doctor no so ji ma no suye se obeye saade no ntinyame adom ekena ene me ko no akohwe se de waye no menya ho results wa
they say abusua no mum no mo de amamo
I anopano omode Miami yedi akwashe tech mochre hwa.
So Abena, what he said in short is that I mean his daughter is a very calm person who listens to any piece of advice that he gives to her. He being the father had a lot of plans for his daughter, and he wanted to ensure that she gets the best of education, and the daughter was also somebody who listened to any advice that he gives to her, and so her death comes as a big loss to him, but he will push further to know the exact cause of the death of his daughter, so that they would see how best they can solve the situation in the school. So now the hospital's management have handed the body to them, and the family has taken it to the morgue, and he will go back to the hospital tomorrow to go and receive the hospital reports to know the actual cause of her death.
Well, the developments at the Kumasi Academy has come up in Parliament. We are picking reports that a member of Parliament for the area, Muntaka Mubarak, raised the issue on the floor. Ibrahim Al-Hassan is our correspondent, and he joins us live now. Ibrahim, tell us about the issues as it played out.
Well, the issue that just came up on the floor of Parliament is to the effect that since March this year, 10 students of the Kumasi Academy have died mysteriously. Mysteriously because, as of now, the cause of the death of these 10 students, who were all males, has not been established. So therefore, the Member of Parliament for the area, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, raised the issue on the floor of Parliament, faulting the authorities for their inability to establish concretely as to what has been causing the death of these students of the Kumasi Academy. In the course of his submission, Health Minister CLIQ appeared in Parliament, and his answer to the queries from the MP is to the effect that he has dispatched experts to the school. They've done post-mortem on the bodies of the 10 who have died. They've taken samples, and these samples have been taken to the Noguchi Memorial Research Center. They are investigating the cause of the death, but the suspicion as of now is to the effect that this could be meningitis. This has alarmed many members of Parliament who argue that until now we've known that the cerebrospinal meningitis outbreak is prevalent up north in the savannah. So if it is that now it's making its way into the forest zone, then that's a cause for alarm. Consequently, the Minister of Health, CLIQ, has been summoned to appear before Parliament on Friday to brief the House in detail as to what is being done, measures that are being rolled out. Are they considering vaccination? If they are they going to just students of Kumaka or the community, and that's the Sawansi constituency where the school is located? One. Two, what is happening to the parents who are panicking right now, who have decided to besiege the premises of the school, asking for their children, asking for their awards? The explanation is that as of now, the students cannot be released to their parents because the cause of the mysterious death is not established. One. Two, there's the fear that if they are released, it could be that there could be the spread of the disease whenever they go home or whoever they come into contact with. So until the finality is found as far as the cause of the death is concerned, the students will remain locked in the campus premises, basically. So that is one issue that has been going back and forth on the floor of Parliament. As we speak, leadership of Parliament are taking their turn to debate the 2018 budget, which will eventually be approved today. The minority obviously have got their issues they are raising. The finance minister himself, Kenu Foriata, is in the house witnessing the debate.
Right, Ibrahim Al-Hassan, thank you very much for joining us on Newsroom with those developments. And so we know that on Friday, the Health Minister, CLIQ Menu, will appear before the House and brief them on issues relating to Kumaka, the health of the students there, and possibly the cause of the mysterious deaths. You're watching Newsroom on GH1 TV. If you have a comment to pass on the happenings in Kumaka and other stories, do so via any of our social media platforms on your screen now. Thank you for staying with us. It's time for us to return to the GS Plaza here in Accra, where the launch of the Star Woman project, the Dream Edition, is happening. But that's all for Newsroom. Thank you for watching.